Yeah, the work sort of began out of the pandemic. I think that I had a sort of physical reaction, a sort of visceral reaction to what was going on during COVID. The deaths, the continual sort of social and economic crisis that we're living in, and really just the violence on the body of that period. So I really wanted to make some work that was dealing with how we are made, right? Like our physical being. And so that's why you see in the gallery this material. The material is faux suede, that's the skin. You can see, fleece, yellow fleece, which is the tissue, the fat of the body, and then the velvet is the blood. And so what I was trying to create was a way in which we can put that together, and then visitors who come to the gallery can put a bit of their experience onto the body, onto the skeleton. So we have this 9-foot human-sized skeleton in which you can suture a wound. I sort of consulted with a doctor on this. I was really interested in how we heal, like that the skin actually can heal itself. But the doctor really made me see that with each suture and the different stitches that you choose, you get these patterns on the skin, right? And people experience that themselves. There's so many looks to what we experience. So people can come, cut a piece of the skin, cut some of the fat and the blood, and make that wound. And then the whole thing is taking a stitch and suturing that wound back together. It creates a sort of a communal space that to me sort of is very similar to old-fashioned sewing bees or, sewing circles, where people were doing something while they're talking and sharing, but it gives that possibility in the gallery setting. It helped me at that time to sort of like put things back together again. How do we repair ourselves after, these unusual events that happen in our lives. And so I interviewed a lot of different people about their scars. I start with the scar because it's sort of like what we carry, right? It's the thing that we carry with us. And I got to talk to people about what's happened to their body. And the video in the show is sort of as they're explaining their stories, I'm sort of coming in and trying to keep up with them and repair along the way. So in a way, the stories there'll be more stories added to this piece, but the suture is what's sort of trailing all the things that are happening in the world.